not your house.
Lights out!
You know, I was at the movies watching Us a couple weeks ago, Heather, and I saw this trailer, and it was starring our good friend.
Yep.
All of our good friends. All of our good friends. Dennis Quaid, who's a citizen of Sway in the Morning. He comes up here often.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We had some drinks with him, I think, one time.
We did have drinks with Dennis Quaid. All right. Megan Good, who's a really close friend. I'm actually a producer on one of her projects that's coming up. If not now, when?
Her husband as well is also a good friend.
Her husband is a good friend. Devon Franklin is a good friend. Tamara Bass, who's partners with Megan Good, is my daughter's godmother. You know, and this beautiful man right here who women often think I look like and mistake me for him when I'm on the streets. What? You know, yeah, it happens a lot. The one and only Michael Ealy is back, man. I never told you that, Mike.
It's all good.
It's cool?
It's good, man. I see it.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I see it.
It's the eyes, dog.
It's got to be the eyes.
Why you looking like that, Heather?
It ain't the hair grade.
nah, man. It's just the eyes. Michael Ealy, when was the last time Michael was here?
2012.
2012?
What?
You haven't been here in years.
2012.
It doesn't feel like that. No, I feel like he came for...
No.
And if it was 2012, I wasn't even here.
I remember the last time he was here. It was about that long, about 7 years ago.
For Think Like a Man?
It wasn't even for that. I think it was for something else.
Yeah, Think Like a Man was out at 2012.
2012.
Yeah.
Think Like a Man
You're
came out.
promoting Underworld Awakening.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't remember.
That was the same year.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe he came twice in the same year.
Yeah, one was for Underworld Awakening, other one was for Common Law.
You know, we take life so seriously now, Michael. That's a shame. Number one, man. That's disgusting to me that you, because I know you've been to New York in 7 years.
I can't believe I didn't come here for Perfect Guy.
Or Think Like a Man.
Nah. Yeah.
You skipped us.
It's okay.
Sometimes family takes advantage of family. You know, it happens. You know, it's easy to take family for granted, Michael. You know, but we just discussed not doing that no more.
No, that'll never. That kind of gap will never happen again.
7 years. I'll fly you out, bro. It's cool, man.
I know. Yeah.
Are you struggling? I mean,
I feel like it was maybe you were out of town when I was here.
Oh, the pivot.
I like that.
You know what
I
I mean?
like that. That's an easy out right there. That's so possible.
It's possible.
None of us know, but it's such an easy.
You know, because you're producing movies now and you're doing other things, and you know.
Oh wow.
So you know.
This guy's good at what he does, man.
You know?
Good at what he does. I saw on Instagram, I saw you doing a Q&A. I want to say, was it the University of Maryland? Or?
Yeah.
Where did you go to school?
University
of Maryland, right?
Yeah.
And in it, I read your caption where you talked about not wanting to regret decisions you made when you became 40 at the age of 22, right? Stepping outside of your comfort zone and hoping that messaging got through to those who were asking you questions.
Yeah.
When did you step out of your comfort zone? Did you at what age did you feel like you stepped out of your comfort zone?
Probably like 30. Yeah. It was a while.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, to be honest with you, I think when I left Maryland, I graduated and decided to move to New York. That's probably the first time I stepped out of my comfort zone. And I didn't know exactly. I didn't know because I just did it. Sometimes you just do things and then you figure it out. But when I moved to New York and when I moved to LA, both times I stepped out of my comfort zone. And when I moved to New York, I didn't know this, but I found out years later, after I had become a little successful, that everyone in my family took wagers on whether or not I would survive in New York.
Oh, wow.
Wow, really?
No one gave me more than 1 year.
Really?
It was like 2 months, 6 months, 4 months, and like one person was like, maybe a year. So no one thought I would survive.
Are these the same family members that asked to borrow money now? Or?
That's a yes.
We shall not name names.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can I come to the premiere?
Yeah, there's that too. But yeah, nobody thought I could do it. but no, I was able to adapt, and once you move to New York and you live there for a while, I mean, you can go anywhere and live at that point.
That's true. I mean? If you make it here, you feel like you can make it
you
anywhere.
You can go to Germany. You can go anywhere you want.
How bad was it in your first year? Like, were you eating out of cans? Was it top ramen?
I never liked ramen.
Okay.
No, I never liked ramen, but it was bad. You know what I mean? Like I came here. I started working at the Grill.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
wow.
right.
Old school.
I was going there on Sunday.
I met you at the Grill.
Right.
14th Street.
Yeah, that's right.
It was on 23rd, right?
23rd
23rd Street. Yeah, 23rd Street. And it was like,
It was two of them at that time.
Oh,
yeah, there was
okay.
Island Spice.
Yeah.
Island Spice up
by
in the theater
Nels.
district.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Nels. Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went there, and I didn't go there as a waiter. I went there like with a college degree to bus tables. So I was cleaning up after people, and it was like a huge shock because I had a college degree, and I was supposed to, like, all my friends back in Maryland had health insurance, and and here I was, you know what I mean, just kind of winging it, hoping for the best. But it's called paying your dues.
It's called paying your dues.
Paying your dues, and shortly after busing for a couple of months, I got promoted to waiter.
Oh, okay, my bad.
To
Okay.
Then I'll be washing lettuce.
Dishwasher was 10th grade at Pizza Hut.
Okay.
That was my title in the 10th grade. Yeah.
If you could
That's
share,
dope.
since you sharing so much personal stuff, around that time, like we bringing up Nels and all these different places, there were a lot of spots. There was Shark Bar. There was Malik Joba's spot.
What was that?
Mecca,
Soul Cafe or something
and
like
all
that?
these
Yeah.
different spots around. There were a lot of people who we go to the movie theater support now, leading men and leading women now that we support. Do you remember some of them at all that were working in that industry with you, or you kind of didn't hang out?
Oh yeah, oh man, everybody came to the Grill. So like I remember the first time I waited on Tyson Beckford.
Wow.
I wanted to poison him because this is really personal. At that time, and this I don't believe in the light skin dark skin thing because I think it's divisive. But at that time, I was like considered out of style because of Tyson and Wesley and Michael Jordan, they was killing it, and they just kind of ruined my life at that time. So I wanted to poison him, but he was so nice.
He's really nice.
He was so nice. I was like, God. And everybody, I mean, Buster, Puff, Mary, Lil' Kim, everybody came through there, and some people were better tippers than others, and
that's
there
real.
was some real bad.
That's
ones.
real.
There was some real bad.
Who was a
ones.
bad tipper back then?
Ooh.
Yeah, well, that was back then. They're probably
Right.
better. This is,
People's
it's a
money
tipper,
was
man.
different.
Who was a bad tipper?
The worst I think was Buster. Buster gave me Buster got real Caribbean on me and gave me $3 on $104 bill or something like that, and was like this. Yeah, keep that.
Yo,
And I was like this. Oh, see, this and next time he came in, I'm like, you got that table. I ain't messing with that.
Buzz right there.
And I remember, I think the biggest tipper was Puff.
Yeah.
Of course.
And there remember that group Next?
Yeah, of course.
So they had a
right.
album release party or something there,
Uh-huh.
and I think I made $500 that night. Something
Okay.
crazy that night. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it was sink or swim.
Sink or swim. Michael Ealy is here, man. He's actually promoting the film The Intruder, which is in theaters on May 3rd, right? And it's with Megan Good and Dennis Quaid. Have you ever worked with Dennis Quaid?
Nope, this is my first time.
That's a veteran in the game, man.
Look, you don't get better unless you work with people that got more experience or are better than you.
Mm-hmm.
And that holds true in sports, and that was part of the appeal of taking this project was the opportunity to work against one of the greats.
Yeah.
And he proved it.
Yeah, he
proved it.
He does the psycho thing very natural.
He's terrifying.
Yeah.
He's terrifying. It actually was more terrifying for me to see the film than it was working with him in the moment.
Uh-huh.
Because in the moment, your adrenaline is up and you're acting and you're in character and all that stuff. But when you actually watch the nuanced stuff that he does as this sick sociopath. Like it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It's fascinating and terrifying. And there was some stuff that happened between him and Megan that I was mad at myself for not being there. Like I was like, get up,
Oh, like at the
get up. You know what I mean?
You were yelling
I
at the screen?
I'm yelling at my own character. Like, I was like, come on, hurry up.
Wow.
Hurry up.
Wow.
Like, and it was frustrating at times to watch myself take so much time.
And it's because I watching the trailer and where I live in a building of like 12 units, right, and 2 units per floor. But how I sleep, I can actually see my front door,
Right.
and watching that trailer just kind of like when I sleep at night. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and you can see the little light under the door, and I just you know what I mean, like, and it's like I'm thinking at any moment an intruder.
Right.
Wow.
Could come in and that trailer is just like appealing to my biggest fears at night, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people say, well, what do you want people to take away from this movie?
Yeah.
And I think the best thing that I can say, because I want people to interpret it however they want to see it, but for me, it's what would you do if you had someone like this who has a connection to the house that you're not aware of, but they just won't kind of go away.
Yeah.
And then it turns into something much darker. What would you do?
I own a weapon.
Right. Bun be the situation.
You know,
said Bun B.
Somebody come burglarize, break into your home, an intruder come in at night.
I think LL kind of set the record
LL
straight.
broke
Like,
ribs.
look,
They
know,
came
look,
in his house. He
you gonna catch
broke
these
the
hands.
dude ribs.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna catch these
You're
hands.
gonna catch more than that.
Right.
What are the other DB? You saw the movie.
Yeah, let's get away from that incriminating ourselves stuff. But
Don't break into my house. You won't have to find out.
just putting it out there.
Just put it out
If you
there.
come to Sway's house.
Yeah, it's
so
on the poppin'.
in the movie, you have like a love scene with Megan Good, but you're also doing stuff like wrestling with Dennis Quaid, beating him up, and things like that. So there's all these different elements of parts of acting, we'll say. So is there any scene that you've been like so nervous about because you wanted to make sure that you nailed it? You know what I mean? Whether it was a love scene that you didn't want to look corny, or like an action scene that you wanted to look real.
In this movie?
Or just in general.
In general? Yes. Okay, so Think Like a Man 2. I had this sex scene with Taraji in the hotel, and I remember I just had a kid, and so I had been like, either in the hospital or at home, and I hadn't really gotten in shape for this movie. And so I was doing like hundreds of push-ups, I think, before we shot that scene. And Taraji being Taraji says to me one time, she's like, you a little musty.
Taraji, I'm dying.
And I was like this. Yeah. I had to do some push-ups before. And she was like, ooh, Michael Ealy ain't perfect. I'm telling everybody.
I'm
Well,
dead.
she said that.
Yeah. She's like, I'm telling everybody. And I was like, please don't. Please don't. I really am trying. I don't sleep much anymore, and it's just please don't. And so yeah, I was trying to nail that scene, and it was.
You were trying to nail it, huh?
Yeah.
Trying to nail that.
And yeah, she called me out on that. So that's the one thing I kind of remember to kind of answer that question. Yeah.
Well, Michael, you have redemption right here on this show because when you did The Perfect Guy with Sanaa Lathan,
Yes.
she had wonderful things to say about her physical experience with you.
Uh-oh.
How you doing, Madonna? You got a lot of. Oh, that's wrong clip. Wrong clip.
That was so smooth.
Who is the best kisser? I just feel like a lady never kisses and tells, but I do have to say that it's neck and neck between, caramel and dark chocolate, Morris and Michael Ealy.
Shit, you up there with Morris Chestnut, dog.
Wow.
Yeah, did you know that?
I'm still trying to figure out why we neck and neck.
Yeah, right? You
know
feel
what I
like
mean?
this is Morris. How could she?
I got to put in some more work. I got to be
Get
the
a-
best at that.
Yeah, you gotta do another movie.
Yeah,
with
we
her.
I gotta call her up and let her know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If for no other reason, take the role for the kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, we had a lot of fun on that one too.
Yeah. Who was your favorite kisser?
Oh, probably my wife.
Good answer, man. Michael Ealy's here.
You don't have to do
The Intruders out May 3rd. We got Elliot from Chicago on the line. Good morning, Elliot.
Great tonight.
Hey, good morning. Good day, good people. Hey, so I want to just say, Michael Ealy, I can really appreciate you as an actor. Your range is really immaculate. I don't see you playing a lot of the same roles, and you know that when we see you, it's a good film. It's worth checking out. But I want to see, Tracy G brought up The Perfect Gentleman, and you were paying homage to Dennis Quaid about his role in this movie you're talking about now. But, like, you kind of did your thing in Perfect Gentleman in that same psycho kind of role. Like, you were pretty scary. Like, when you were sucking that toothbrush in that one scene when you broke in their house, I'm like, this dude is all the way in. But what is some of the things you just kind of do to, one, put yourself in your roles? And do you prefer any type of role over another?
Thank you. Thank you for your compliments, for sure. I appreciate that. I try to be selective and diverse in taking roles, so that means a lot for me that you noticed. Secondly, yes, playing Carter in The Perfect Guy was my first foray into kind of this villainous role, and then I did The Following, where I played this serial killer named Theo. And ultimately, the key is to do as much research as you possibly can on the kind of character that you're playing, and just know how far you're actually willing to go. Some people call that being, a method actor, but I don't have to kill people to play a serial killer. But there's a certain depth that you're going to be willing to take a character, right? So for me, to watch Dennis do something that I had done was it was special, to be honest with you, because I think despite me feeling like I went all the way in on my character, after watching Dennis, I was like, I could do better.
Really?
Yeah, I could do better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that's the beautiful thing about working with somebody like that.
Okay. Hey, Elliot, you're a citizen, man. Thanks for having a great question.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you've done a lot of work, just as this caller has pointed out, and we've all followed your career since you worked at the Grill. That was a part of your career. And so we have this game we do called
Knowledge of Self.
Why don't you remind our audience who you are and what you do?
Pop quiz, hot shot. It's now time for Knowledge of Self. On Sway in the Morning.
You don't know shit.
Now, we're all big fans of you, but we want to see how big of a fan are you of yourself.
Oh, boy.
DB, break this down.
All right, what I did was I pulled some clips of movies. These are all movie roles that you starred in, lines that you've said. And you have to guess what it's from, okay?
Okay.
First one.
We always waited at least a year between jobs. There's a reason for that.
Takers.
Yep.
Got that. All right.
All right, one for one. Second one.
You told the man 3 times to fire that 105, and he didn't.
Miracle of St. Anna.
Damn.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Number 3.
All right, organize your medication. I program the alarms on your phone, and I put the schedule on the fridge.
Las Vegas.
Shit. Dude is a fan of himself. Get off your own jock, dog.
All right, number 4.
A little narcissistic.
Why don't you run with us, Ted?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that one. Sorry. Sway was cracking jokes.
Why don't you run with us, Ted?
One more time?
Why don't you run with us, Ted?
I don't know that one.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Tez. Oh, yeah,
Tez.
Tez. Yes, fast. Shout out to Ludacris. That was, That was a good one.
Ha!
I missed that one.
All right.
Two.
You
Last clip.
got me. You don't even know you, dog.
God
Last
damn.
clip.
I got lung cancer, and I needed a double lobe transplant.
Unconditional.
Nope.
7 pounds.
Oh.
All right. Man, listen, man. We still like you, even though you don't like yourself.
Yeah. You were sitting with Rosario. You were explaining everything that Will was doing.
Yeah. Now it comes back to me. Yeah.
Man, you've done a lot of work, but that's a testament to who you are, man.
I appreciate that.
And this legacy you're building for yourself, Michael Ealy. And
Thank
by
you.
the way, we keep videos running. Look who you just
see.
summoned up right there.
I see.
That's next.
Yeah.
Hey, so look, it's 2019. 2019.
Yeah.
Let's not let it be another 7 years.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay?
2020.
2020. All right?
Promise.
If not sooner.
I'll be back in 2020 even if I ain't got nothing to talk about.
Man, you can listen.
Hey, you're doing Jacob's Ladder.
Yo, this, yeah. All right,
That's
okay.
that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You don't have to come up here to promote or to talk about
Right.
anything. You could come up here to hang out. It's been that long.
Okay, so if I just show up,
If you showed up on any day, we're here 8 to 12.
Yeah.
Try to make it between 10 to 12.
Right.
Okay. You'll be a part of this show.
Okay.
I know how to put you to work.
All right.
All right. Michael
Let's do
Ealy,
it.
ladies and gentlemen. The Intruder is in theaters on May 3rd. Congratulations on all of it. It's for you, Mike. All right.